Good morning, Kipsters. So, before we start our lesson with Mr. Jennings today, we're going to talk about our excellence mantra rules. We talked a little bit about our excellence mantra last week, and we also have been talking about it with each one of our teachers. And I know you've been seeing some super awesome videos with your teachers, and you learned some super awesome things. So, first thing we're going to do is start off by saying our excellence mantra rules. And you can repeat them with me. Respect what's mine. Respect what's not. Respect all our time. Respect all thought. Work hard. Try your best. Take heart. Shake the stress. Be kind and never give up. Rain or shine, I am enough. So I'm going to read that one more time so we can all repeat with Mr. Jennings. Respect what's mine. Respect what's not. Respect our time. Respect all thought. Work hard and try your best. Take heart and shake the stress. Be kind and never give up. Rain or shine, I am enough. Our excellence mantra rules, like we've all been saying, are things that are going to help us be better people and better friends, teach us how to love, better teammates, better everything. So we are able to learn our excellence mantra rules and live them out. We will be in a very good position as a not only just a school, but for the entire world. So there might be a time like in school or maybe even in your life where you see people say not so kind things about people, or that you see people treat other people wrong, and other people might laugh or think that's silly. But when those things are directed at you, they don't seem that funny and they don't seem that silly. They're very hurtful and it makes people sad. So even though like someone might be laughing at someone and people are laughing at them, if you change the whole dynamic around, or change who you are and you're the person that talked about, do you think you'll like that? No. Do you think that that person likes that? No. So we want to make sure that we're uplifting friends and that we are loving them and that we are encouraging them. That makes people feel good. And we want to make other people feel good just like we want to feel good. So when you make other people feel good, you'll feel good as well, because they'll do the same for you. This week's mantra rule is respect what's not. So we talked about respecting what's mine last week. This week we're talking about respecting what's not. So when you respect your things, you want to respect other people's things the same way. You want to respect your teachers, your peers' bodies, your minds, and personal things. Respect things that belong to the school. You want to respect everybody's things just like you want to be respected. Last week we seen the video with the toys, and the other boy, the other boy started disrespecting his toys because the boy disrespected his toys. That's not how we want to act. We want to respect people's things. We want to respect how people feel, and we want to encourage and love people. To help us learn a little bit more about respecting what's not and respect, we're going to go to a quick video. Now, in this video, you're going to see kids about your age, younger, and some even older, where you're going to see why respect is important, and see a couple of songs about respect.
For the word on the street. What's the word on the street?
Respect.
What does the word respect mean?
Treating people the way you want to be treated.
You want the people to feel like they're being cared for.
You treat them kindly.
Make them feel that they're wanted.
And who should we treat with respect?
Everybody.
Keep listening for the word respect today on Sesame Street.
Respect.
That's the word on the street.
Hi, I'm Henry.
Oh, and Elmo's Elmo.
And we're here to tell you all about the word respect.
Yeah. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, baby.
That spells respect.
Yeah.
And the word respect means treating someone in a way that makes them feel cared for and important.
Stop, you piggies!
Whoa, guys, what's going on here?
The big bad wolf wants to huff
And puff.
and blow our respective houses in.
No, well, Mr. Big Bad Wolf can't do that.
Oh, sure I can. I'm the big bad wolf, you know.
Yeah, but today's word is respect.
So, respect means treating someone in a way that makes them feel cared for and important.
That's right.
So, does that mean I should treat the piggies with respect?
It would be the right thing to do.
Yeah, and also it would help teach everybody today's word.
Okay, then in the name of vocabulary, I shall treat the piggies with respect.
Good choice, Big Bad.
There you go, piggies.
It's a cake that says Piggies Rock.
I feel cared for.
And important.
That's respect.
Yeah, respect.
We love you, Big Bad.
Oh, hey, now I feel cared for and important.
That's respect.
Yeah, respect.
Well, thanks for teaching me about respect, you guys.
You guys are the best.
Now I feel cared for and important.
Yeah, Emma too.
That's
Respect.
Hit it, safety chickens!
When you're playing with your friends in your school or on your street, there's a rule you must remember, a requirement to meet. This rule keeps us safe so we don't do each other harm. It's what our mama taught us when we grew up on the farm. She said,
Bark, 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 bark. What does that mean?
it means give a peck for safety and respect.
Safety and respect.
Oh, give a peck for safety and respect.
Safety and respect.
Well, that's respect, chickens.
Good question.
Respect is when you treat people fair. You make them feel important and you show them that you care.
How do you do that?
I'm glad you asked. Don't hit with your hands. Don't kick with your legs. You might hurt someone. Or you might break your best friend's eggs. Don't use your arms to push someone to the ground. Respect your friends and neighbors. And everyone around. Yeah.
Bark, 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 bark.
Bark, 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 which means show safety and respect. Safety and respect. Oh, give a peck. Safety and respect.
Safety and respect.
Oh, give a peck. Safety and respect.
Safety and respect. Peace.
All right, is everyone clear about safety and respect?
Oh, yeah. No hitting.
No kicking
And no
pushing.
They got the rules. Well, looks like our work here is done.
So that was a pretty cool and fun video. We were able to get some laughs, but it's very serious. Remember, whenever you are thinking about respect, think about being in that person's shoes. Would you want that person to do that to you? Would you want someone to laugh at you? Would you want someone to treat your things with no respect? Do you like when people disrespect you? And the answer to all of those questions is no. So whenever you're thinking about respecting someone, think of treating them how you want to be treated.
This is hydrophobic coating. Hydrophobic literally means afraid of water, but it's not actually afraid of water. The chemistry of a hydrophobic coating prevents water molecules from penetrating anything you spray it on. You can get this stuff at the hardware store, and if you want, B-Science Maximites, you can get an adult and think of the coolest thing you could spray with hydrophobic coating. I like to use things that do not go well when you put them in water, like tissue. Yeah, doesn't look great when it gets wet. Here's a tissue coated in hydrophobic coating. Huh? Weird. Or it works the same with paper towel. Paper towel in water, paper towel covered in hydrophobic coating, stays dry. Or how about a dinner roll? Dinner rolls really don't like water. See? Gross. But a dinner roll coated in hydrophobic coating? Weird. Just don't eat it. Now, it's time to max it out. I have coated half of my lab coat in hydrophobic coating, and the other half I have not. Hydrophobic coating, regular lab coat. Half of me is wet, and half of me is dry. What's more, half of my outfit ended up being wet and half dry because the lab coat was protecting my outfit from getting wet. Now it's time to max it out even more. We have coated my entire outfit in hydrophobic spray. My shirt, my pants, and my lab coat. The pants have been taped to rubber boots, so no water's getting in there. And my shirt has been taped to my pants, so no water's getting in there. So here's the question. Can I get into the pool and out of the pool and stay dry? Let's find out. In the pool, out of the pool, and I'm still mostly dry. Now here's what really happened. I got into the pool, and I realized I should have duct taped the pocket, because all the water went in there, down into the rubber boots, started filling up the rubber boots, and now my entire leg is full of water because the hydrophobic coating isn't letting it come out. So the hydrophobic coating isn't keeping the water out. Now it's keeping the water in.
Good morning, Kipsters. This is Mr. Jennings. This is for K through second science. Last week we were introduced to our new unit, which is light and sound. This is lesson 2 of light and sound. And we're going to learn a little bit about cause and effect. When we talk about cause and effect, we're talking about when something happens, it makes something else happen. So if I, for example, drop the pen, the effect is that it will fall to the ground. Or if I put the pen to the paper, the effect is it will then write on the paper. So we have cause and effect. Everybody say cause and effect. Everybody say cause and effect. So something causes it, and then something happens, which is the effect, which we're going to learn more about in this lesson. So, the name of our lesson is Cause and Effect. This is about light and sound. We're going to go to our standards, our big question, and a couple of vocabulary words. So our standards. In this lesson, Kipsters will be able to describe how sound is creating vibrating objects. In our last lesson, we learned that everything that vibrates makes a sound. Everything that vibrates makes a sound. And everything that makes a sound is a sound source. Our big question is, what makes sound and how do we hear it? I want you to take a couple seconds to think about that big question. What makes sound and how do we hear it? Cool. Who could tell me or think of a couple of things that make sound? Maybe like a speaker or the TV or your cell phone or a car or some of the different things that we looked at last week, like that from the animals and the transportation. So maybe like dogs and cats or trains. Anything can make a sound. As long as it vibrates, it makes a sound, which will lead us into our 2 vocabulary questions. And every sound that we hear it with our ears. We hear with our ears. This is one of our 5 senses, and we hear things with our ears. So every sound comes to your ears, and that's how you hear it. Our 2 vocabulary words is sound source and vibrate. Everybody say sound source. Sound source means to make sound. Sound source means to. Sound source means to. Very good. Make sound. Vibrate means to move back and forth quickly. Vibrate means to. Vibrate means to move back and forth very quickly. Vibrate means to. Very good. So right here we have a picture of a sound source. So you might have seen this volume picture like on your cell phone or on your computer. And vibrate, when you think of vibrate, think of a phone vibrating like a zzz, zzz. When you do that little zzz, it's vibrating back and forth very quickly. So sound sources, we learned that sound sources make sound. We learned that sound sources make sound. How do sound sources make sounds? Today we're going to make a couple of observations. We're going to use observations from what we see and what we hear. So we're going to make observations for 4 or more different sound sources in this class. It's important that we observe this like scientists so we don't miss anything. When we are saying our observations, we're not making opinions or guessing, we're making facts. These are things that we see and things that we hear, things that we see and things that we hear. We're not going to say what we think we heard or what we might see afterwards or what we might see before. We're going to say exactly what we saw and exactly what we heard. And we're going to have a couple of fun different things that we're going to look at to see how did it make sound, and what did we see and what did we hear? A couple of things we're going to look at is a tuning fork, and we're going to see what that is, a rubber band in a bowl, paint on speaker, slime on speaker, and our voices. We're going to be seeing how all of these vibrate to make a sound. So if the blank vibrates, it makes a sound. So this is what we're going to use for our cause and effect. So our cause will be the first blank, our effect will be the second blank. So if the tuning fork vibrates, it makes a sound. Or if the rubber band and bowl vibrate, it makes a sound. Or if the paint on speaker vibrates, it makes a sound. Or if the slime on speaker vibrates, it makes a sound. Or if our voice vibrates, it makes a sound. So the cause is any of these items. The effect is that it's going to make a sound. So here's our first video. We're gonna watch a video of a tuning fork, vibrating and seeing how it makes a sound. Now these two, the slow-mo guys, will help us see how the tuning fork vibrates and makes a sound. The tuning forks aren't like real forks that you eat with. They have like these two pieces like a fork. So a fork has four, but this has two and a long handle. And they're going to hit them together, and you're not going to see the vibrations because it's going to be super fast, but they're going to show you ways that the slow-mo guys, and the slow-mo guys are going to show us the tuning fork and how it vibrates to make a sound. A tuning fork is like a real fork, but it only has two of those fork pieces instead of four, like a regular fork. It just has two and a long handle. They're going to show us how the tuning fork vibrates to make a sound using water. So we know that the tuning fork is vibrating because the water will move.
Ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Whoa.
Oh.
You had some serious bloody splashbacks.
Serious splashback. It's like the smallest little bit of splash in the world.
Oh, that's severe.
Oh my god.
Might have been no exaggeration. All right.
Here is where you see it vibrating. They have it in slow-mo for you guys, so you guys can see how the tuning fork vibrated. And once it vibrated, you heard that ding. And then we also see that it made the water vibrate as well when it touched. It also is making a sound. So that was the video of the tuning fork. And we just seen how when the tuning fork vibrated, it made a sound. And we also seen the vibrations of the tuning fork. The next video that we're going to see is a video of the rubber band and bowl. We just saw in that video a slow motion vibration of the rubber band when it makes a sound. So when you hear the boom, 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 like that, it's vibrating back and forth very quickly, and that makes a sound. Very good for the friends who got it correct. So we just saw the video of the rubber band and bowl. We've seen that when if the rubber band vibrates, it makes a sound. Very good. Next, we're going to be seeing a different video with paint on a speaker.
All right, I'm going to turn the volume up all the way to... No, there's no 11.
Yep. I get some predictive focus on the go.
Predictive focus.
So when I focus on the actual paint, it's going to immediately go out of focus. So I'm going to focus about here. So that as the droplets are at their apex.
Good word, good word.
It's going to be in focus. All right, ram it.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. All right, have a look at the playback.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, you can see the speaker start to move. Oh, wow. That is awesome. I like how the green is moving because it's the wateriest and the orange isn't moving yet. Yeah. That is awesome. So it seems as though the more watery colours,
they're the ones that bounce first.
Yeah, this time I've tried to mix them up so they're all.
In that video, we saw how when the speaker vibrates, it made the paint, when the speaker vibrates, it makes a sound. So we seen the vibrations from the paint that was on the speaker, but we know once that speaker vibrated, it made all of the paint vibrate, and that made a sound. So that's how we know we can hear sound from things that vibrate, because when we put different things like paint, or we see the rubber band, or when we put the tuning fork inside of the water, when we see it vibrate, it makes a, you got it right, sound. So next we're going to be seeing slime on a speaker.
To apply a force to it than to put it on a speaker that it is vibrating. As the speaker applies a force to it, it's almost like it's alive. It hardens up and it dances around on top of the speaker.
Wow.
And so I thought it might be fun to actually throw a little food coloring in here as well to see what happens if we get some cool patterns. Yeah, so what's happening is the cornstarch granules have sharp little pointy edges on them.
Okay.
And when there's water in between them, they can slide past one another. But when you apply a force, you kind of lock those granules together and they become like a hardened little ball.
Wow.
So, I mean, some really cool science that you can do this in your kitchen, right? I mean, you can mix this stuff up.
Safe ingredients, right? Just cornstarch and water.
It's about a mixture of 2 parts water, 1 part cornstarch. But
in that video, we were able to see the slime on the speaker to see how vibrations look when the speaker is vibrating. So we learned that when the speaker vibrates, it makes a sound. You got it right. The last one we're going to look at, we want to be able to do this one together, and it's our voice. What I want you to do is just like we did with the book about sound with Cat and Bat, we're going to listen or feel our voices vibrate to make a sound. So you're going to put your fingers on your neck like this. You're going to hum. Who can tell me, what do you feel on your neck? What do you feel on your neck? What does it feel like it's doing? Let's try it again. Who can tell me, what is our necks doing, or our vocal cords doing? They're vibrating. So we know if they're vibrating, it's making a sound. Very good. So our voices or our vocal cords are vibrating inside of our neck. As our vocal cords vibrate, it makes sound come out of our mouth or our voices. So we have a couple of cause and effect statements. If the tuning fork blank, then it makes a blank. So cause. If the tuning fork blanks, effect, then it makes a blank. Who can fill this in? If the tuning fork vibrates, then it makes a sound. Very good. If you got that right, just give yourself a pat on the back. That was super awesome. The cause is if the tuning fork vibrates, then the effect is then it makes a sound. Let's see if we can figure out the next one. Cause. If the rubber band blanks, effect, then it makes a blank. I'm going to give you guys a couple of seconds to think. If the rubber band vibrates, then it makes a sound. Everything that vibrates makes a sound. Very good. If the rubber band, the cause is if the rubber band vibrates, effect is that it makes a sound. Whatever vibrates makes a sound. The next one, complete the following statement. Cause, if our vocal cords vibrate, very good, then it effect is then it makes a sound. Very good. Anything that vibrates makes a sound. Cause. Now we're going to make our own statement about a sound source. You can use your paper and pencil to write down if blank vibrates, then blank makes a sound. So this could be anything. You might put if the pen vibrates, so when it hits the table, then it vibrates to make a sound. So think of something yourself. So if the TV vibrates, then it makes a sound. Or if the speaker vibrates, then it makes a sound. We're going to make our own. Last thing before we get to our ending is a book about vibration. So the name of this book is What Vibrates. The author of this book is John Erickson. We're going to be seeing some different things in this book that vibrates to make a sound. So in the last one, if you couldn't think of anything, you can use one of the examples from the book to figure out what vibrates to make a sound. So the name of this book is What Vibrates by John Erickson. Let's see what things vibrate in this book. The boy plucks a string of a guitar. What vibrates? Who can tell me, what do you think vibrates if they pluck the string of the guitar? What is vibrating to make that sound? The guitar string vibrates. This is how a guitar makes a sound. So the guitar string vibrates, it makes a sound. When something vibrates, it moves back and forth very fast. In this picture, you can see that the string is vibrating. Right here, we see that vibration from the string. All of the things in this book make sound. Every sound comes from something that vibrates. The thing that vibrates is the source of the sound. Look at the things that make sound in this book. Can you guess what vibrates to make sound? So we have the radio, drum, guitar, clock, and your voice. Who could think which one of these or what of these things vibrate to make a sound? All of them vibrate to make a sound, but we're going to see how they vibrate to make a sound. The girl bangs on the drum. What vibrates? Boom, boom. The drum skin vibrates. This is the drum skin. It is the source of the sound. The skin is on the front of the drum. So as the drum skin vibrates, it's going to make a sound. So the drum skin is the cause. The effect is it makes a sound. The girl hits the drum skin to make it vibrate. That is how a drum makes a sound. The clock rings. It is time to wake up. What vibrates? The clock rings. It is time to wake up. What vibrates? This is a tougher one. Ring, 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 ring. What is vibrating on the clock? The bells on the clock vibrate. They are the source of the sound. The bells are on the top of the clock. A little hammer hits the bells to make them vibrate. That is how a clock makes a sound. You sing, speak, or yell. What vibrates? We talked about this before. Who can tell me what is it? Hey! Our vocal cords. Your vocal cords vibrate. They are the sound, the source of the sound. Vocal cords are inside of your neck. Here are our vocal cords inside of our neck. When you use your voice, your vocal cords vibrate. That is how you make a sound. Put your hand on your neck and hum. You might feel your vocal cords vibrate. She did like this, we're gonna do it like this. So, yeah, we can feel our vocal cord vibrating on our neck, and we know that's how it helps us make a sound. A radio can make many kinds of sound. You can hear music or voices. What vibrates? Good. The speaker vibrates. It is the source of the sound. The speaker is the part of the radio that makes sound. So when the speaker vibrates, it's going to make a, what? Somebody got it wrong. When the speaker vibrates, it makes a sound. Very good. We all got it right. Many other things have speakers too. Some speakers are hidden inside. All speakers vibrate. That is how a speaker makes a sound. If you put your hand on the speaker, you might feel it vibrate. It's not even a might. You will feel it vibrate. Every sound comes from a source that makes it a sound source. Every sound comes from something that vibrates. Everything that vibrates makes a sound. That is how sound is made. Look for things around you that make sound. What vibrates? And the answer is all of them. All of these things vibrate, and that is how it makes a sound. So we had a couple of words that in our glossary. Source, the place where something comes from. Speaker, the part of the radio, telephone, television, or music player that makes sound. Vibrate, to move back and forth quickly. Vocal cord is the part of your throat that vibrates when you speak or sing. So that is the end of our lesson. We've learned that everything that vibrates makes a sound. Very good. See you guys next time. Can't wait to see what we learn on the next lesson.